manipulating his facial structure a certain way so that the twins could appear different. Like that commitment to detail is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff that resonates. How could you not be proud of a guy like this? Take that, L'Oreal.
Hey man, congratulations to Michael B. Jordan for winning the Oscar for Best Actor for the movie Sinner. And of course, you know, I also got a crown. I was able to eat the most Whoppers in the world in one sitting. And I know a lot of y'all don't respect my authority when it comes to hip hop and some of my takes, but you will respect my crown.
Hey, no Diddy, man.
I mean... All right, now let's see what the Joe Budden podcast had to say about Michael B. Jordan winning the Oscar. You better like the video. You better subscribe. Let's get it.
That's right.
Michael B. Jordan, baby.
It is a celebratory day up here at the JBP. That was beautiful, Michael B. Jordan.
It was.
I just kept waiting to see where Sinners was going to go
and
how it was going to do. And early on, a lot of people thought it was going to be a Color Purple moment. They thought it was going to be a situation where there's a lot of nominations and no victories. And people were online like complaining when some of the early awards didn't come out. So I was happy to see it shake out the way it did.
No, we gotta thank Timothée Chalamet for just totally imploding toward the end of the race. Like, for real, I was checking the prediction markets, and they said that the prediction markets had, for the majority, the big awards, they had it right for the most part about... they were doing the guesses, what movies would win how many awards. And Timothée Chalamet, they didn't even clap for him, really. They didn't even really clap for him when they announced Leo, Pablo, Michael, Timothy. It was like, I was like, oh, shit, I never heard that for a white person.
Ballet in there.
Yeah, you can't diss them. You fucked up.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, so he more black points to him. I'm off that cookout shit. I've been off that cookout shit. More, Jack Harlow has me off it even more now. But yeah. Anyway,
I had started one battle after another a couple months ago, but I fell asleep on it. Never went back to watch it.
Yeah.
After the Oscars, like the next day, I said I got to watch this movie all the way through.
Yeah.
And I get it.
It's a very good movie.
It's a very good movie. And because when they did supporting actor, I wanted Delroy Lindo to win that one.
Yeah.
Me too.
But after fully watching one battle after another, Sean Penn deserved that award.
I mean, Sean Penn just had a much bigger role in one battle after the other than Delroy did in Sinners.
So he
way
killed
more
the
pivotal
role.
role.
Yeah,
and we do still have to honor racist bigots and piece of shit characters in movies.
It's a rule.
Especially when they can bring him to
Because
life.
that was his role.
No, and if they can bring it to life and make you hate the motherfucker on screen, they did their job.
But you know, sometimes with and I agree with everything y'all saying. Sometimes with the Oscars, the best person don't get it, especially when it comes to us. Sometimes we get skipped over, and they go, "Oh, it's a Lifetime award." You know, like when Denzel got skipped over for Malcolm X, and they gave it to Pacino for Sin of a Woman. It was like, well, Pacino deserved it for like a lifetime of work. Sean Penn deserved it, but part of me was hoping that Delroy would get that lifetime of work.
Kind of lifetime.
Just
him for the lifetime.
For the lifetime, because Delroy done put in a lot of work. He
did.
did from Malcolm X. I mean, all the Spike movies, and then other stuff too. And now with Sinners, he was amazing. What'd you say? Oh,
I mean, can we give it to somebody that's going to be there next time?
Yeah.
Well, I think he went to go speak to the president, someone of the president somewhere in Colombia.
All right, then put the Zoom screen up, nigga. You know what time it is.
Via satellite?
Give us the speech via satellite. That would have been fly. But the story tonight, by far, come on, let me just get right into this.
Let's go.
Let me cue this up.
That's it.
That entire room was just so ecstatic for this brother.
They were.
That's what I loved about it.
And I love that he acknowledged that in his speech.
He did.
Gotta stand it up.
Yeah, put the camera on Timothée Chalamet, yeah. That's one of my favorite things from award shows is the loser cam.
Zoom in on the loser.
Could y'all do it? The loser can.
What'd you say?
I said, could y'all do it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Act like you happy?
Yes.
I mean,
And it might be genuine happiness.
I think some of them were genuinely happy for me.
So I don't think everybody's genuinely happy, dog.
They may not be, but you still you got to get up there and play good sport.
The director community sees legitimately like happy for each other.
Yeah, they
kind of
seem
remind
like
me of
they
the
all fuck with each
producer
other.
community in
Yeah.
music, where it's like they fuck with each other hard.
Some of them actors,
The actors, not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
More like the rapper community.
Teyana about to break her hand clapping.
Word. She was going crazy in the front row.
I love seeing that.
I love you.
And there you have it.
I thought he was gonna break down. Yeah. I thought it was a few times I thought he was gonna break down. He couldn't hold it. But amazing speech.
Shit, I was breaking down.
Me too. No, I was home break. Yeah. I thought he was gonna break down, but he didn't. Amazing speech.
Eyes watery.
Off the dome. He ain't even read off the paper, all that
Some
bullshit
of
they
it,
do.
probably, some of the Sidney Poitier and them shit. You know, you had to give his
I'm
props.
sure he
for.
wrote all of that somewhere, but just the look of it. I hate when they go get to pulling the shit out and
It's nice to see it.
I had no idea I would win tonight.
Right.
To watch his ascension. He was the little dirty nigga sitting on the bench on the wire, bro.
Where's Wallace?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nobody would have ever thought that watching that he would go to this. Like, even in The Wire, his role was minimal in The Wire. He didn't
And they
have
killed
a
him in
star.
season 1.
Yeah.
Was that one?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have the biggest role in The Wire. You know what I'm saying? And so the next time I remember seeing him was what, Fruitvale, maybe?
Fruitvale, yeah.
Fruitvale.
So to do that, and again to do that with Ryan, step
that's
and
a
step,
beautiful thing.
step and
That's
step
fire.
is an amazing thing.
That's my
You know what I'm
favorite
saying?
part of it.
To do all of it with Ron.
That's what,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Partnership,
saying.
yeah.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom. With Ryan, that's just an amazing thing. And they keep betting on each other, like he said, hand to hand. I think it's fire.
Yeah.
I think it's super fire.
Listen, I've been pretty harsh on Michael B. Jordan over the years.
That's true. I forgot about those criticisms early on. Yeah.
Oh my God, those are some of my best pods. I love that shit. I love coming in here talking all that shit. He really said two sentences in Creed.
Yeah.
Like, I double down in what I said, but to Ish's point, that's what makes this so great, is for somebody to continue to develop their craft, for somebody to give a fuck enough about it to work on it consistently, and where the public can see the improvements rather rapidly.
Yeah.
Like, I read something about the changes he made to Smoke or Stack, one of their faces as he was doing it, like to make the characters appear different. Like, he said he was locking its jaw paws, so one had dimples, your eyebrows. He said he's manipulating his facial structure a certain way so that the twins could appear different. Like, that commitment to detail is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff that resonates. How could you not be proud of a guy like this? Take that, L'Oreal. That was another real bad take of mine. Oh my God, that might have been up there with my chance take, coming in here and siding with L'Oreal. What a fucking mess. Hey, that's back when I was pandering to women. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was heavy in pander mode defending L'Oreal.
And
she was dead ass
you know
wrong.
what too, yo? He just seems like a nice guy.
He is.
But he is a nice guy.
But I'm just saying, a lot of people on camera seem nice. From him, you get like, yo, he just might be a nice, cool ass dude.
He's one
like,
of
I know
those.
people that know him personally. I never met him, but he just seemed like just an overall genuinely nice cat. And you got to root for people like that.
He's genuinely nice, genuinely humble.
Yeah, like, you gotta
generally
root for that.
generous. Like, you couldn't see it happen to a better person. That was the thing. That you could even see it in the speech. Like, he was really overwhelmed by the moment and really excited by the moment. And to see somebody who's that loved as an actor, as a sex symbol, as all these things, be like genuinely nervous getting the award.
He shouldn't have been nervous because he's sexy.
You wouldn't understand this, but like, if
I
people,
would. I would look at another nigga and understand his sex appeal. I got you though. Go ahead.
yeah, I mean, you're usually in control of every room. People are eating out of your hand. And he didn't care. Like, that wasn't how his brain worked. He was just overwhelmed by the moment.
Humility.
And, like, genuine about the moment. You don't see that too often with actors.
And for one night, even if only one night only, get these British motherfuckers the fuck out of here. Oh, that was so great. Yeah, pan the camera to Damson. Let me look at him for F1. Get these niggas the fuck. Hey, and I love these guys, but it's been the whitewashing of just black American male actors.
That's a good point.
Yeah, enough. Enough now with this British shit.
That shit was great.
I'll tell you one thing. I know we honoring black excellence right now.
Indeed.
Oh, I just want to say something about some boy shit.
I ain't gonna hold you,
See some
boy.
white titties that did it for you?
That Kylie Jenner looked all right sitting
Shit's
next
is
to
alright.
Hey, that Kylie Jenner looked like something last night, and I ain't into them Jenner Kardashians.
Like almond milk, nigga.
Jenner Kardashian.
Like, what's all the L milks? Almond, coconut milk, cashew milk.
Might be a little catchy. Yeah.
Nah, that red dress with them
look good.
earrings and that necklace with just two big ass
They just say the titties,
stones
man.
in there. Nah, I didn't think her titties were so great. That's another one I pumped up, that little racist white girl's titties. That's another just horrible take from me. Fuck that girl's titties. Sydney, whatever.
Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah, it's just like a slap in my girl's face. I erased that episode from the archives. What else is from the Oscars that we need to discuss?
I mean, Ryan Coogler winning Best Original Screenplay.
Yeah. Ryan Coogler, yes. I'm just happy for all those brothers.
Yeah,
man.
of course. And that shit don't really be touted. Like being a director, being a producer, and all that shit. So, especially coming from where he comes from, like my nigga, he probably got teased or some shit just for going into the arts in the hood. So for him to really stand up and stand out, that shit is amazing to me.
Yeah.
And
a little shady.
I ain't fucking with y'all. This whole Teyana hate train that's running around right now.
Yeah,
like,
it's happening.
I ain't like that shit, bro.
What are they hating on her for?
Her little interaction with the.
Yeah, her being excited during the awards.
Oh, that.
It started with the was it the supporting actor award, actress award that she didn't win, and they announced the person that won. She jumped up screaming, and they're like,
clapping crazy.
"Oh, this is fake. You're phony. You're being
She's
like,
great.
y'all don't know Teyana or something."
Yeah.
So
They don't know Teyana, though.
You don't have to know her personally. You just follow her, watch her. You see, this is her.
Yeah, it is.
She wasn't out of character, is what I'm saying.
And even if she was, right? I mean, if you don't say anything, they say you're a hater. If you cheer for the person that wins, they say you fake.
So then, when one battle after another one, you know the way she grabbed the director in the headlock, nigga, I'm happy.
Right. When you make a movie with somebody,
Okay, we're not gonna be on it. All right, go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
No, I want to hear the cap.
What's the cap?
When you make a movie with
This.
somebody, you go to war with them. You become family, so you might really be happy with the motherfucker that won. Like I think that's normal.
Our movie won, my nigga. If I worked on an album and the album won album of the year,
Yeah,
I'm
someone's
running
getting
up
a
there
headlock.
happy with you, my
Someone's
nigga.
getting a headlock.
Yeah.
Got it.
What you got to say?
Nothing. Maybe I'm wrong about it.
Well, what are you wrong about? You're not saying
Are
anything.
you saying that her grabbing the director was inappropriate?
I'm not going to say what's appropriate and what's not appropriate because, like y'all said, she was happy. If that's how you're showing happiness, awesome.
Okay.
However,
For me, if I'm winning an award that I don't know if he's won before. This was a big deal for him to win.
It was. I think it was his first time.
Like
and he's done some great movies.
That's what I'm saying. Like the same reverence that the room had for Michael B. Jordan, on the flip, they had it for him as well. In that moment, don't put me in the headlock.
You said let him have his moment.
Please don't put me in the headlock.
I see. You're not saying it's fake. You're just saying.
I'm not saying it's fake at all.
You just saying.
I'm
They
not
were
saying
saying
it's
she's being fake and performative.
They were saying she was doing a lot. And when I watched it, I could see how somebody could think that at least.
I don't know. PTA seems like the kind of guy that's cool with the headlock.
I think it depends on your rapport with the person.
Yes.
And who
But
they
even
are.
if he's cool with the headlock, please don't put me in a headlock as I make my way to the podium.
He's married
Please.
to a comedian. I'm sure he's probably cool with it.
He might have not had a problem with it.
I ain't seen that.
Still,
I see what you're saying.
please don't put me in a headlock while I'm
people
on my
got
way to the
different ways to show
podium
love, but
to win
I
my
get
shit. Yo, if we win a Grammy or some shit for
Headlock
Biden,
for you,
Oh,
buddy.
you getting the hell
Oh,
out
no,
of
you
here.
get a headlock and a wedgie.
Flip
My
is
nigga,
definitely putting you in the headlock.
You don't think you can do that?
Word.
well, he's well. I didn't think of that.
You said it's gonna be on Friday.
Well, he's not gonna be there, right? I know. I got you.
No, stop.
All right, so it seems like Sinners and one battle after another cleaned up at the Oscars, and I'm happy about that. A lot of us who was rooting for those movies, if you was rooting for Michael B. Jordan, if you was rooting for Teyana Taylor, it was cool to see some of our people, black actors, get some appreciation at the Oscars. And even when we go back to this thing about Teyana Taylor and people didn't like how excited she was, it goes back to when we know that our performances have reverberated throughout the culture and the community, we expect to get some praise for that. And when we see it happening, right? We saw Michael B. Jordan and Sinners and Ryan Coogler. We saw a lot of awards being handed out. A lot of people was like, okay, but let's see if we clean up the Oscars. And when it happens, you can't hide that joy. It's nothing wrong with seeing black joy. Nothing wrong with seeing a black woman happy about a good job that she did on stage, putting somebody in a headlock or not. I think a lot of people, overblew that whole thing. But see, I don't know, maybe it's since the Will Smith thing, a lot of people are like, this is how you supposed to act at the Oscars and at the Academy Awards, and relax. People can be happy. And I think some people might have looked at Teyana and tried to say, oh, this is what it looks like when you let the blacks into the Oscars. Relax. People trying to take away from a moment that should be about us. I don't really like that, okay? So congratulations to those two movies. And I thought they were both equally as good. I think Sinners was the type of movie that had a lot of symbolic meaning to it, and one battle after another, if you really got into it, it seemed to have a lot of, it was almost like holding the mirror up to us about some of the things that's going on in the current state of America, and just what we see, if you want to talk about racism, or even a different look on what some people might call the Illuminati. I thought both films were fantastic, and I think everybody should watch them. I did see a lot of y'all in my community who wasn't really feeling one battle after another, and that's cool, but at least support Teyana, right? And I think some of y'all will do that, whether or not, you think she's a good actor or she look fine. I saw a lot of the clips about the L'Oreal thing with Michael B. Jordan circulating. We see that every time Michael B. Jordan wins some kind of award, they go back to L'Oreal. I was thinking to myself, L'Oreal is probably like, can I please live that down? But you can't, baby. And I wonder if that day when Michael B. Jordan checked her about it, if he knew that it would just become a meme throughout his career every time, he reaches a new stepping stone. I also forget that Michael B. Jordan is that guy that came from The Wire. It's so easily to forget that because he played a small role in that show, but I'm just thinking about him in my head having those cornrows. I thought he lasted longer. It was cool for Mark to say, no, he passed away in the first season or something like that. But it still gives me more appreciation for his journey, and to come from The Wire and seeing him in all these other films. I remember when it was looking a little bleak for him after he was in the Fantastic Four movie that didn't do too well, but taking those steps and working on your craft, I think it's a beautiful thing. I also have a little theory about the job he did in the first Black Panther film. If you didn't see it, I feel like he did a fantastic job in that film that is also directed by Ryan Coogler. And I think this center situation where he was playing two twins, it might have been another opportunity for those two individuals, Ryan and Brandon, to get together and to make a movie that would be appreciated or acknowledged by the Oscars or the Academy. I also enjoy seeing Michael B. Jordan and Leonardo DiCaprio and Del Toro have that moment after he won. It looked like he was going to break down in that moment as well. I saw the pod talking about Timothy Chalamet. I always forget his last name. I think he's an incredible actor too. He's really good in Dune. I didn't see this new movie that he was nominated for, but I think he'll be a guy that we see at the Oscars for a very long time. And the same thing for Michael B. Jordan if he continues to take roles of substance, which is my issue for Michael B. Jordan too. When I talk about the job he did in Black Panther, and a lot of you guys loved him in Creed, I'm not into boxing like that, so I didn't really watch those movies. I saw a couple of Rocky movies, but still, I know he's a good actor, and I know what he brought to that. Of course, he had another Creed that he did with Jonathan Major, so these two really good black actors kind of sparring when it comes to talent, and of course in the movie as well. But I don't want to see Michael B. Jordan just take a whole bunch of pretty guy, take your shirt off roles. I want to see him take more roles of substance, and I think this was an example of what his career can be like if he continues to take those roles. We'll see you at the Oscars many more times other than just for this movie. I also want to ask y'all, do y'all think it's room for another Sinners 2? I think after the success of this one, it has to be some type of talk. But I think Ryan Coogler has enough integrity to where he won't go forward with the second one unless it makes sense. So that's what makes me feel good about a potential Sinners 2, that it won't just be a cash grab, and that it'll actually have a story to tell and have some substance as well. But other than that, I thought the Oscars was cool. And once again, we'll tune in if the Academy is doing our people right. I'm not saying that black people should win every award, but like I said earlier, if we see some roles having an effect on pop culture or the culture or the globe, and people talking about how good a brother or sister did, yeah, we expect to see that translate to these award shows. And that's what we saw for Sinners and One Battle After Another. And it was dope. So y'all tell me if it's any movies I should have watched. Did a lot of y'all see that Frankenstein movie? I heard Hamlet was pretty good as well. Did y'all enjoy Sinners or One Battle After Another? I might have said this earlier, but I know a lot of y'all in the community wasn't rocking with One Battle After Another. So tell me why y'all didn't like it too in the comments. But I'll see you guys next time. Like the video and subscribe. Peace.